sweetheart. You ready to go into store?
Elaine Young and Aaron MacArthur know their way around Children's Hospital. As reporters, they've told the stories of young patients here before.
What's going on? What's going on?
But today, the couple are here as parents, bringing their daughter Addison for one of her bi-weekly visits. Doctors are checking her blood flow, looking at the size of her heart, and making sure all her tiny veins are working properly.
Sometimes you forget, and then you see the scar, you're like, oh. And it's become so normal for us to see it, like when we're bathing her or when we're changing her, that you kind of, you forget that that's not what a normal baby looks like.
Okay, ECG.
5-month-old Addison had a normal birth. Ultrasounds during Elaine's pregnancy detected no problems, and the healthy little girl arrived just before her due date. At home, she slept and ate well, but after 20 days, Addison's happy disposition changed.
She just was crying in this really sharp, sort of high-pitched wail. We'd never heard it before. You know, babies cry, but this was weird, and I started crying. I thought, oh my God, there's something wrong with her. She felt really cold.
Elaine and Aaron rushed their daughter to emergency. Doctors initially suspected an infection but weren't alarmed until an ultrasound hours later revealed the problem was her heart.
I just remember the cardiologist. He came out and he said, I'm really sorry to tell you this. He said, but your daughter might not make it. She's really, really sick.
By midnight, the news was, your baby's going to die unless we put her on a heart-lung machine.
Addison was connected to a machine that did the work of her heart and lungs, but that was only a temporary solution. Within 3 days, she was listed at the top of the Cross-Canada heart transplant list. No baby had ever received a new heart at BC Children's Hospital because the procedure is normally only done in Edmonton and Toronto.
Hi, Aoife.
Dr. Sanjeev Gandhi is the heart surgeon in charge of Addison's case. He knew she was too fragile to travel.
Today, he had bounding...
And having performed more than 150 transplants at his former hospital in St. Louis, Dr. Gandhi was prepared to try the procedure with Addison.
Transporting her far away was an extraordinarily risky thing to do. So there weren't a lot of people prepared to take that risk when the ability existed here to actually do a heart transplant.
There you go.
The average wait for a child-sized heart is 77 days, but less than 48 hours after being listed, Elaine and Aaron received a phone call.
All I could hear from her end of the phone was, what? You're kidding me. You're kidding me. No, you're kidding me.
It was the day before Mother's Day, and Dr. Gandhi found them a heart.
You're so overwhelmed with joy. You really are, because this is the chance. This is the chance that you thought may not have ever happened. And then, 2 minutes later, it's the thought that, oh my God, that means that some other little baby, like another little baby, because the hearts have to be the same size.
Yeah.
Isn't going to make it.
Addison's surgery went well, but her new heart took time to beat properly on its own. For the 4 weeks she was in hospital, Dr. Gandhi was at her side every day.
Yeah, there are no days off for these people. I mean, the surgeons, the nurses,
He's amazing.
Yeah, it is something else just to watch those trained professionals work. They were
dedicated.
Big plane for such a little heart.
Yeah. And then there are the professionals who don't often get recognized, like the pilots who flew to an undisclosed location to pick up the donor's heart. Precious cargo that gave one little baby a second chance.
This is the first time I've ever met someone that's received one of the organs that we've moved, so it's quite exciting and kind of surreal.
Every day she gets a little
Addison's
bit of iron.
routine now involves regular anti-rejection drugs, which she'll need for the rest of her life. Her parents know it's a minor inconvenience compared to the sacrifice made by another family they've never even met.
And you think about organ donation for yourself, maybe your spouse, but you don't think about organ donation for your children.
Head and shoulders, knees and
but
toes.
There are kids out there who need hearts and livers and kidneys, and your selfless act will make all the difference.
Eyes, ears, mouth and nose.